This was the first meeting between the two since March, when Mr. Netanyahu received a chilly reception at the White House. In a joint appearance Tuesday, the two men praised each other and the U.S.-Israel relationship.
The bond between the United States and Israel is unbreakable. It encompasses our national security interests, our strategic interests, but most importantly, the bond of two democracies who share a common set of values.
Mr. Netanyahu told reporters Israel is prepared to do a lot to bring about peace with the Palestinians.
We've begun proximity talks. I think it's high time to begin direct talks. I think with the help of President Obama, President Abbas and myself, we should engage in direct talks to reach a political settlement of peace, coupled with security and prosperity.
U.S. Mideast envoy George Mitchell has mediated several rounds of indirect talks between the two sides. But the Palestinians have refused to engage in direct talks until Israel agrees to halt construction of Jewish settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, areas Palestinians claim for a future state. Israel has imposed a partial freeze on construction, which expires in September. An Israeli human rights group released a report Tuesday saying Jewish settlements control more than 42% of the West Bank. The report says much of the land was seized from private Palestinian landowners. Jessica Montel is executive director of B'Tselem.
Settlements are growing 3 times the rate of the Israeli population.
The settlement issue strained relations in March during a visit to Israel by Vice President Joe Biden. At that time, Israel announced plans to build new Jewish units in East Jerusalem. During a visit to Washington by Mr. Netanyahu shortly afterwards, Mr. Obama and Prime Minister Netanyahu did not pose for photos. On Tuesday, although Mr. Netanyahu did not mention settlements, he said new steps would be taken to move the peace process forward.
This is what we focused our conversation on. And when I say the next few weeks, that's what I mean.
Both leaders denied any tensions.
I've trusted Prime Minister Netanyahu since I met him before I was elected president, and have said so both publicly and privately.
That the reports about the demise of the special U.S.-Israel relationship aren't just premature, they're just flat wrong.
Mr. Netanyahu praised Mr. Obama for signing new U.S. sanctions against Iran into law. President Obama seemed to repudiate a New York Times report that said a recently drafted nuclear non-proliferation agreement calls on Israel to sign the treaty. Israel is widely believed to have nuclear weapons. Mr. Obama said Israel has unique security requirements which require it to respond to threats in the region. Robert Raffaele, VOA News.
Thank you.